Welcome back to the INFR After Hours. I am your host, Ryan Davis, and I am joined with my boss for the week, Clay Guardipee. Rodeo ready.
Say that one more time, just the boss part.
And I am joined here with my boss for the week, Mr. Rodeo Ready himself.
Man, I like that.
You like
Your
that?
boss, yeah.
Yeah, we only got one more day left, so
I know, but I'm still your boss for at least one more day.
Yeah,
Kinda.
we're on the clock now, about 22 and a half hours.
Yeah.
And then we can just go back to being acquaintances.
That's fine.
Is that cool?
That works. That works for good. Yeah.
Clay, it's been a fun week, man. You've been down here multiple times. You're a very successful rodeo photographer. Congratulate you on all your accolades and all that good stuff.
Yeah, I appreciate it. It's good. It's fun.
Yeah. Where did this all start in the Indian rodeo world for you?
Like, how did I start with photography?
Well, yeah. Not only that, but like, because I know you just used to go to high school rodeos and just take photos, right?
Yeah, that's kind of how it all started. It just was like, honestly, kind of being bored. You know, I'd go and watch my brother at the high school rodeos. He only team roped, and it was like towards the end. So it was like, you sit there all day or whatever. And so I ended up buying a camera one day, and it just kind of took off from there. It was like, oh, wait, maybe I do like this. And I thought it was going to be easy. It was hard. I think that's what intrigued me. To get better photos and all the things, but it was also another way to be involved in the rodeo because wasn't a competitor, so it was. I always say, like, once you grow up around rodeo, you don't ever want to be away from it. So I was like, well, this is another way I can go to rodeos and not spend money but make money. So and it's fun.
When did the mustache start?
Oh, geez, I don't know. I've had it for like probably 5 years now.
5 years?
That's pretty long, I think. Probably 4 or 5 years.
We'll have to get cool stickers made.
I mean, it just kind of was like a minor joke at first, and I was like, actually, it kind of coming in good. And then I was like, I think I'm gonna try to wax it. Just took off from there. Just stayed. Now I want to shave it off sometimes, but my wife is like, no.
I wonder what that thing looks like unwaxed.
Oh. I mean, only the select few gets to see that.
Do you remember the winter when it froze off?
I mean, I kind of remember it. I try not to think about the winter because I just stay inside and turn the heat up so that stuff don't happen again. But
there's like a cool new supplement that just came out too, where you combed it on that side where it broke off and it just grew right back. And
I taped it for a little while.
Well, and then it just binded itself back together. So it took 2 days for it to reattach itself.
Yeah, a couple super glue experiments, and it was good.
Yeah,
some hair extensions.
Let's talk about the rodeo, Clay. We're just shaping up to get the short round done. I want to know your picks as we roll through the highlight tape from Friday night action. Second part of round number 3. We just shaped up the short round. It is now set in stone. We now for sure know who our world title contenders are. Let's start it off in order of events, as we always do. We're going to go to the Wild Man's event of the bareback riding, where we saw Jaco Roper take home the go-around win tonight. Clay, from your aspect, talk me through this wide.
You know what I think? I think he's going to be riding like crazy because he didn't make the NFR, so I think he's like out to prove everybody like, hey, I can still ride just because I didn't make the finals. I made this final, so I'll just show everyone that I'm still, an NFR cowboy and stuff. So that's what I think.
It's cool watching him come out here with that vengeance because he's not saving himself for nothing after this. Like we got an INFR 2 rodeo starting up here within the next couple of weeks. There's no NFR to go to. We're gonna see him back, and he's been riding with a vengeance. This is the old Jaco Roper that the Indian country's used to seeing, not just at the Thomas and Mack on the WNFR, but I mean, back in the South Point. This is where it all kind of started for him.
Yeah,
he's only separated by 3 points to his buddy Jacob Lees, another regular national finals contender. As we look at the aggregate, Jaco Roper had the go-around win tonight. That definitely helped his case, but we look at that top 4. 17 points separates 4 from 1. But our top 4 here is all world-class talent. Like our bareback riding, we have Stephen DeWolf, who was a tour champ this year, multiple-time tour champ. He made to the circuit finals. Then his partner, Shane O'Connell, who I believe has been at the big show at least once.
Yep.
He is in that 3rd place spot. Jaco Roper is in the 2nd place spot. It was just but he's only 3 points behind Jacob, please. But
And I know he's traveled with Jaco quite a bit, and that's probably a pretty fun battle too at the top.
yeah, and I bet there's some very interesting
Yeah.
conversations.
I'm sure.
There's
Probably some side bets in there somewhere.
You know, you're driving down the road and there's that one fly that can't get out of the car. You roll down every window before it even gets. And then once you finally stop to get gas and open the door, it goes flying out.
Yeah.
I would love to be that fly in that rig.
Oh,
just
yeah.
to hear the conversations
I'm sure it's good.
the crazy things as we are. All right, we're going to roll into our next events. In the Bulldogging tonight, we had Joe Wilson come out and absolutely hammer one down, lay him flat for a go-round win to set himself up for a very, very tight steer wrestling race. There's 1 second split between 1 and 2, Joe Wilson, Nolan Conway. We had the opportunity to see Nolan Conway on the couch at the INFR after hours. Brent Belcom, a little bit out of it, 2 seconds. I guess 1.5 seconds out of it from the lead. Otis Little Mustache, everybody's favorite Indian. 22.61. Sorry, Dougie Hall. I didn't mean it like that. Joe Wilson, 13.95. Crushes one tonight, tomorrow with a clean run. We could see a new world title down here in the South Point. I mean, Nolan Conway, though, isn't completely out of it at all.
That's my pick, Nolan.
I think so.
But I'm going to go on a limb if a couple of them stub their toe.
Otis?
Yeah.
Yeah. Otis is just Mr. Consistency. He's going to rock you to sleep with jabs, and then boom, right out of the gate. Or later on in the round, he's going to come out with a huge haymaker.
He kind of drew a runner a little bit today, so he was down the arena quite a bit, and he still threw him really good. But yeah, I think if I always think coming from behind too, like I said, somebody stubs their toe. I mean, it's way easier.
Yeah, the breakaway roping, where tonight the lady that everybody was loving after this go-around was Tanaya Inez, 2.8 seconds in a breakaway run. Smokes one, 2.85 in the South Point on a Friday night full house. Beautiful, wasn't it, Clay?
Yeah, that was good.
We had a lot of players go down on the breakaway rope tonight. D-Lo went down tonight.
I know. And I was rooting for Megan Lunick. Her calf ended up running through hers, but
Us too. I was rooting for Megs.
There's the breakaway is so hard.
It's always such a.
Every rodeo.
Yeah, you literally never know who's going to be winning the breakaway.
Yeah, because there's so many good girls.
Right.
Like, it's so true.
And once one does good, it all catches fire. Let's go to the aggregate leaderboard. As we go to the aggregate leaderboard, we look at the top 2, the neck-and-neck race. Only a 1/4 second around that range is going to separate 1 and 2. So tomorrow, Cassidy Dennison comes out, ropes one under 2 seconds, and the first place going into short round is a 2 1/4.
I think, yeah. Again, that's tough, man.
It's a complete. It's literally any lady's game.
I'm gonna go with Dennison only because I will say the crowd got really loud when she did good. So I feel like there's a lot of her fans are here.
You're worse than a damn rodeo. You're basing your thing off
of
applause.
Off of the
Let's
fans.
Go to the next event.
Get your heart going.
Logan, now we're going to roll the saddle bronc riding. Clay, you know all about bronc riding. I hear every time you get a new hat, you got to hit a little mark out.
I can do some.
Show us.
I would, but there's not enough room in here.
I'm not asking you to get on a damn bucking horse.
Oh, well,
I just want to see the mark out.
That's part of getting loose.
Just give me one little... There you go. All right. That was rapid.
See, and I didn't even get to stretch.
We're going to look at Jackson Ford's ride tonight. The South Dakota man from the land of the Iron Horse in Sturgis, South Dakota. You talk about a top-level saddle bronc ride. When a guy like this gets tapped off on a horse like that, it's poetry in motion. Let's look at the aggregate race. We have a tie for number 2. We're 13 points behind the leader, Jackson Ford, 247 on 3 head of bucking horses. Very, very fine Indian stock contracted bucking horses. Cash Wilson, former world champ, 234 points, tied with Cash Deal, 234 as well. Creighton Curley, the tour champ, is 25 points behind. My pick, I'm going to say it, Jackson Ford has caught fire. He's cooking with gas now.
I'm going with Cash Deal.
That's fine. I'm going for Jackson Ford.
All right, we'll see. We'll
He's
see
just
what
done.
happens.
No, he is
I
crushing it.
Cash, he always looks smiling in behind the shoots and stuff. I think I just like his attitude.
I like his
That's
name
good.
too.
Oh yeah, Cash Deal. That's Bronc Rider.
Yep. Clearly. All right, let's roll on. Let's go to the tie-down roping, where the dad of the pride of the INFR this week, Quentin Inman, comes out beautifully. Ropes one, no slack in the line, ties it tight, 8 and 17. I just love watching Quentin Inman go to work.
Oh, he's so good, consistent. It's kind of funny. I don't want to take anything away from him, but his daughter's doing really good.
She is.
In the barrel racing.
She is. We'll talk about their aggregate here in a second, but it's just Quentin is so solid at everything he does. And seeing him in the alley, he's visiting with people, he's cool, he's laid back, but shoot, he just comes in there and he knows exactly the focus and the attention that needs to happen at every go-round. Like, he's so dialed.
And it's like it's normal. Like him in this position is normal.
Yep.
So it's like if he wasn't, that's the weird part we'd be talking about. Like why isn't he in the
100%.
aggregate?
Yep. Go around winner tonight. We're gonna look at the aggregate. Quentin Inman, 28 and 46, 4 seconds ahead of number 2. Brent Belcom, 32 and 30. Dalton Porch in the number 3 spot as we go into the world title race with a 32.63. Malachi Pablo, 34.09. The top 4 is set, but
if I did have to pick somebody else, Dalton Porch. Did you see his horse?
Dalton's horse?
Yeah, when he went.
Yep.
Good. I like that horse.
That horse is catty.
Yeah.
Really, really cool.
That would be my second pick.
I'm going to be like every Golden State Warriors fan, Kansas City Chiefs fan, New England Patriots fan. I'm going for Quentin Inman. Yeah. Let's go to the team roping, where James Arvizo and Ty Romo have won the go-round as we roll into Saturday night. But the aggregate leaders are 2 very, very, very familiar faces in the Indian team roping world and just team roping worldwide. Let's watch it back. This is their run from tonight. They roll into tomorrow with a lead. Eric Rogers, Aaron Spinach, and he getting one spun for him. Tie it tight, Cowboy, for 6 and 14.
Just a good run.
Just that's
I
the
figured,
most veteran run.
Yeah, and honestly, especially Eric kind of getting having a bad calf roping run. Mm-hmm. I knew that he was definitely just going to go out and make sure he turned one for Aaron. So
kind of come out with his hair on fire, didn't he?
Yeah.
Because Rogers is, they're both headers, right?
Yeah.
The thing that's cool about this is that I didn't know Aaron Sinigine could heel that good.
Yeah, he heels really good.
Like, he laid it in there, quick to the horn.
Yeah.
Even gave a little bit of a suck back, sat down, and then he just undallied and rode off like he's done this a million
They're
times.
A tough team.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's awesome. My pick, like I said, I'm going to choose the best of the best. I'm going to go with Rogers and Sinigine for World Title 24.
Yeah, it's hard to bet against those guys. Got to.
So the aggregate lead is my pick. Eric Rogers, Aaron Sinigine, 16 and 43. Sells and Lansing, right behind him, closely behind the veteran crew, the successful crew, by 0.31 seconds. Boyd and Jody, in the number 3 spot with an 18 and 08. Red Horse and Hunter, we've talked about them, couple go-rounds, 23 and 37. That's your top 4, but Clay, I think it's going to be Rogers Sinigine. I'm going to go with experience. Short round Saturday. You have to be focused. You have to be dialed. You have to have been there before. I'm going to go with Rogers and Sinigine.
I agree, but I'm going to go with a round win, Nolan Conway and Zoe. With a round win.
That's the team we haven't seen yet. They placed in the Blackfeet Stampede.
They've made 2 really good runs, and Nolan's. I haven't seen the all-around race, the updated one.
I think Nolan's going to be knocking on the door for an all-around.
So I think I mean, they might get another go around or at least close.
I think so too.
I like them.
Zoe's so quiet, but he's just about as good as anybody going. I think.
Oh yeah, they made a really good run.
It's
So.
gonna be great.
Come on.
Let's go to the barrel racing where we saw 15.210 tonight with Kelsey Howard of the Choctaw Nation. We're cruising. Barrel number 1 looks absolutely flawless. Barrel number 2 looks great. Barrel number 3, we're just going to copy and paste it, and she drops the anchor headed home for a 15.210. Clay, what did you like about that run?
Oh, it was a great run. I think that'll be good confidence into the last perf.
Mm-hmm. I think so too. It's going to be a tight race in the barrel racing as well.
Very tight, but I'm going for Inman.
I am too. Let's look at the aggregate. Let's see what the race is going to look like tomorrow. No pun intended. 4th place, JC Hawk, 47-9.51. Gabrielle Irving in 3rd place, 47-9.29. Kelsey Howard, 47.639. And America's sweetheart, the pride and joy of Indian country.
You just can't help
for year number 48.
You got to cheer for her.
Yeah.
Well, how old is she again?
9.
Yeah.
She's 9 years. And tonight, she almost got a go-around win with her dad in the open
that would have been
barrel racing.
Right.
But it's not over. Quentin Inman could still get a world title, and tomorrow we could be shaking both their hands, giving them a Jesse James Silversmith buckle that says world champion on it. Has there ever been a father and a daughter get a world title in the same year? I really don't think so. Clay, thanks for coming and talking rodeo, because you are rodeo ready.
I appreciate it, but hopefully I don't have to fire you later, so we'll see what you do get there.
We still got 22 more hours for it. Hey, I'm going to bring in Jake Fox, and we're going to talk about the bull riding.
Perfect.
Before we talk too much about bull riding, as we just wrapped up the second half of round number 3 with some spicy bulls, I want to talk to the man from North Dakota, Cannonball, North Dakota's very own bullfighting extraordinaire, fancy dancing extraordinaire, the one and only Jake Fox. Jake?
Yes, sir. Yeah. It's been awesome here. I mean, this is my 3rd year here now, and Vegas feels like home. I love it here. I mean, to get voted in by all my bull riding buddies is absolutely awesome. I love it. So being here is awesome, and yeah, them bulls. You ain't joking, man. They were beating on us that first round. I thought they were out for blood. I was like, hey, man, I ain't got feet in my pocket, man. Chill out.
We were talking to the stock contractors earlier in the week. I had Tyson on the show. Been just chit-chatting with McCabe, and all the rest of the guys back there who got bulls. And they brought a salty pin down. I mean, we're tonight we had 89 points. We'll talk about that in a second. But, I mean, we've been over 80 points consistently throughout the week.
Yeah, for sure.
But at the same time, with that salty pin of bulls, we've had a lot of bull riders come down. Mm-hmm. Talk about your teammates, man. How does your guys' role and your guys' unity play such a crucial part in what you guys get to do every rodeo?
I would say that, man, we them deadly uncles. You know what I mean? We them res dogs. Shoot.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. We definitely a good mixture. I mean, my first time ever fighting with Chris Buffalo, and I mean, we absolutely click. And me and Riley, we fought a bunch together. We actually fought a team deal back in January. Out of 22 teams, we took 2nd place. I mean, and it was by like 13 points. It was terrible. I was like, oh God, man, one more bull, we would have won. So it was pretty awesome. But no, I feel like we click, and like we don't even have to talk to each other out there. Just move and flow off each other. It's pretty awesome. I mean, we don't hardly ever cut each other off. Nothing. It's pretty awesome.
The people want to know.
Yeah.
You wear a GoPro.
Yes, sir.
Riley's got a set of them glasses on.
Yeah, Chris does too.
Chris got a set of them glasses. Talk about bullfighting after the rodeo. I mean, are you guys going back and watching that film over and kind of, I don't know, just walking through it, talking film?
Yeah, we do. We definitely, especially when we make our TikToks and stuff.
Hey, shout out.
Yeah,
Quick plug. Go ahead. Give your @ Go ahead.
Shout out TikTok. That's Jake Fox Bullfighter 3, I believe. I don't know. I'm not really good with my own TikTok. I just type that in. You might find it.
It's solid content, though.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Is solid
see me get tossed around quite a bit.
Riley's TikTok famous.
Yeah, Riley's definitely TikTok famous. I think that dancing is what got me a little more famous than him.
Yeah. Well, tonight we got to see it again.
Yeah,
I'll plug you. I'll
Yeah.
plug you. I'll share it.
Yeah, I love
I'll
that.
share
Man.
it.
I love dancing. That's
Brad laid down a solid one.
Yeah, that was
So you
awesome.
got out there and got to get to moving around.
Yeah, I got to get down. It was awesome. Riley was actually the reason why I did that. We had a big lull in the action this summer.
Yeah.
It was
Where did this all
terrible.
start?
Yeah.
Tell me about, because all the people following along on the show
Yeah.
know you and Riley because of your social media platform.
Mm-hmm.
They know Chris because he's been down here in the past.
Yep.
But everybody has seen the video. Everybody has seen you go out there and cut a rug in front of everybody. And you could hear it in that video, in that Facebook video. People are screaming, war hooping, luluing.
Yeah.
Tell me where it all started for you.
Well, it all started. We had a rodeo together in Rocky Boy, Montana, and we had some saddle bronc riders that had come back in the bull ride before the bull ride, and they had some re-rides. And boy, those boys were taking forever. They were taking forever to put their saddles on, and we seen the rain and the thunder rolling in and stuff. And Riley, or Jacob Totticini, and ended up playing that song, and I was just kind of vibing or whatever, just kind of dancing around to it. And Riley was like, "Go ahead and dance." I was like, "What?" He's like, "Go ahead, dance. You used to dance." I was like, "Well, yeah." He's like, "Well, dance then." And I was like, "Yeah." So I took off, and yeah, as soon as I took off, and we were dancing real hard, and all of a sudden, got done dancing. It was pretty awesome. Everybody's cheering and stuff. It was kind of crazy because all of a sudden the rain came in, and everybody was like, "Oh yeah, you're the rain dancer."
As a powwow dancer, you kind of have to be light on your feet.
Yeah, a little bit.
I think, and I don't know about you, but I think that comes into play a role into your bullfighting.
Yeah, I'd say it does. It plays a little bit of a role. I mean, I've kind of done a lot of sports where I was light on my feet. I was a boxer and was a dancer and stuff. I did a lot of stuff with footwork, so it definitely helped me where I'm at right now.
Mm-hmm. Kick them shoes up there one time.
Yeah, check them out.
Where'd you get them things?
I made them. These things are.
You made those?
Yeah, I painted these bad boys.
No,
myself.
do they come in a size 13?
Probably. I'd probably paint you up a pair, bro.
I might have to start announcing in something like that.
Yeah, man.
Talk about your partners in crime. We introduced you. I call you guys the trifecta of Indian cowboy life protection. The trifecta of Indian cowboy life protection.
Yeah.
We've seen bullfighters at a bunch of different rodeos, but, I mean, the theme of the week for people sitting on that same couch has kind of been how us as indigenous people, us all sharing the commonality, yes, that we rodeo, but that we're all Indian athletes. How does that kind of up the bar for you guys when you guys get to fighting down here?
I think it ups the bar because, we get to perform. It's like home. I mean, we get to perform in front of all these different tribes and stuff, and it's kind of cool to kind of be, the top tier of everybody that, because, you get voted here, and you're looked on by your peers as like, hey, you guys protect us, you guys take them shots, and we know that at the end of the day, you're going to lay it all down. I mean, like I said, on Tuesday, man, I got the dog wind knocked out of me.
I seen that.
Yeah.
But I heard Rob Smets.
Yeah.
For those of you who know
my goodness.
bullfighting, you know Rob Smets. And he was just standing there. He had both arms up on the fence, a leg cocked up on the bottom bar, and you could just hear him, way to hit that hole, way to hit that hole. Took me back to my football days. I didn't know you guys used the same lingo.
Yep.
But no, man, that was absolutely outstanding. Let's take a look at the bull riding tonight. The race to be the best bull rider that Indian country has to offer. We have a tie in second place, but in fourth place, the junior, Win Lawrence, 84 points. He's only covered one bull. The top two, the tie for 2 and 3 have both covered 2 bulls. Vanel Mariano went 2 for 2 in go-rounds. He's 161 points on a pair of them. O'Day Tom, same kind of deal, 161 points. But Tegan Gray tonight, with an 89-point bull ride, took home the win and set himself up for an almost seal. Tomorrow, if he just comes on and hangs on for 8 seconds, he's going to get a world title. 235 points as we roll into Saturday Night Live. Folks, thank you for tuning in today, rodeo fans. My name is Ryan Davis. This has been the INFR After Hours. I'm looking forward to seeing you all tomorrow night and tomorrow as we crown world champions in the junior-senior division at 11:30 tomorrow morning. We crown them in the open division tomorrow night. You're not going to want to miss it. Keep tuning in to the official Indian National Finals rodeo page on YouTube and at the INFR on Instagram. Once again, my name is Ryan Davis. Thank you so much for tuning in. Indian country, you stay classy now.